Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd, and I'm Todd. So I have nearly my whole CD collection digitized to MP3, and I store them on these little hard drives. And I got like three of these little hard drives full of MP3s. And so then in my Jeep, I play the MP3s through the USB port on my Jeep. And the other day I finished listening to the music. I've got these little thumb drives, I guess they call them, with the little USB, and I finished listening to one of these. So I thought I got to put some new music into my Jeep. So I went and plugged in one of my hard drives and kind of was going through the list and pulling this album, and I saw one that I had by Linda Ronstadt called "Dedicated to the One I Love." And I haven't heard that album in ages. It came out in 1996, and I probably listened to it once, and that was probably the only time I listened to it. And I had no idea what it sounded like. So I put it on the little thumb drive, and I'm listening to it in my car or in my Jeep. And it's like, this album is so different than anything Linda Ronstadt's ever done. It's very I want to say simplistic. It's a lot of old rock tunes. Some of the tunes that are on there, dedicated to one I love, Mama's and a Papa's song, Be My Baby, In My Room, that's Beach Boys, Devoted to You, Baby I Love You, Angel Baby. She does We Will Rock You, a Queen song, but it's like very light. It's very light. She has Brahms' Lullaby, which and it's just like I said, everything is just very very simplistic on this. So I thought, well, this is weird. Normally she has some fairly big productions on her songs. I mean, a lot of instrumentation, a lot of production. Perfectionism is kind of a Linda Ronstadt thing, and this one is just very simple. So I had to look it up on YouTube, or not on YouTube, on Wikipedia, and it says that Dedicated to the One I Love is an album of rock classics reinterpreted as children's lullabies by Linda Ronstadt. It's like, that makes sense because that's the way they sounded. They sounded like they were for children. Very simplistic, but it was fun to listen to. It was fun to listen to these old rock songs interpreted in a totally different style than the way they were initially recorded. Well, I listened to the album, and the last track blew me away. I just thought, this is worth the whole album, is this last song. And it was Good Night. Now, Good Night was written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney and sung by Ringo Starr as the last song on the White Album. And it is a great song. One of my all-time favorite albums. The White Album is probably, if I have a list of 100 albums, it's probably going to come out close to number one, if not number one. I love the White Album. It is just an album where the Beatles stretched out and did whatever the heck they wanted to do. They had just done their psychedelic stuff, had a huge hit with Sgt. Pepper's, and now they were becoming all individual people. They're not really a group anymore. They're more individual people, which allowed them to stretch out and do some very fantastic things. And the White Album to me is just a precious album. But when you get to that last song, I remember the first time I heard this album, and I got to the last song, and you got Revolution 9, where it's all this like chaotic stuff going on that John and Yoko put together. It's just totally chaotic for about 8 minutes, and then all of a sudden the symphony comes in and it's real quiet, and Ringo sings Good Night, and it's just such a perfect ending to an album. It's just perfect. So to hear Linda Ronstadt's Dedicated to One I Love album end with Good Night, it's like, that's perfect. It's perfect. She does all these reinterpreted rock songs for children, and then she ends it with Good Night. How literally perfect that is. So I thought, since I just heard it the other day, I gotta play it on Driving with Todd because it's just such a good version. In fact, the ending, if you listen real close to the ending when the symphony orchestra is kind of going and doing its thing, you could almost overlay the Beatles version right on top of it. It's almost an exact replica of the Beatles version from the White Album. But first, what I'm going to do is show you the cover of the album. If you've never seen this album, this is the cover of the album, which when I bought the CD, I'll be honest with you, when I bought the CD, I saw that cover and I'm going, I don't think she has any kids. What, why, why does she have this kid? And then I'm thinking, well, maybe that's her when she was young, and maybe that is her when she was young. I'm not sure, but I just think it's kind of a unique cover for a Linda Ronstadt album. So I thought I'd show you that. I think that's kind of cool. And what I want to do is play "Good Night" by Linda Ronstadt, her interpreted version of the song. And here we go.
Now it's time to say good night. Good night. Sleep tight. Now the sun turns out his light. Good night. Sleep tight. Dreams, sweet dreams for you. Dreams, sweet dreams for me. Close your eyes and I close mine. Good night. Sleep tight. Now the moon begins to shine. Good night. Sleep tight. Dreams, sweet dreams for you. Dreams, sweet dreams for me. Close your eyes and I close mine. Good night. Sleep tight. Now the moon begins to shine. Good night. Sleep tight. Dreams, sweet dreams for you. Dreams, sweet dreams for me. Good night, baby.
That is the most beautiful song. I just love that song. I mean, it kind of hits you right here. Yeah, I mean, Ringo does a great job, but Linda Ronstadt, I mean, this is Linda Ronstadt like at her best. She just can do anything. She can do any style of music, and she just flows this song along, and she's got such a beautiful voice, and she doesn't have to hit any high notes or anything. She just kind of just moves it along. She just kind of moves the song along as she sings it, and it's just beautiful, just beautiful. Like I said, I heard this the other day in my car, and I went, "Wow, I don't remember this." Well, I don't remember the album at all, so I obviously didn't remember this track, and it just blew me away. I had to go play it again, play it again. Good song, just great version of "Good Night" from John Lennon and Paul McCartney by Linda Ronstadt. So I hope you enjoyed this. I truly enjoyed it. I mean, I can listen to this over and over because I just love this song. But if you truly loved it, hit that like button. That'd be really cool. If you have any comments about Linda Ronstadt, the song "Goodnight," or even the album dedicated to the one I love, one that I probably isn't highly played by people who listen to Linda Ronstadt on a regular basis, put it in the comments below. That'd be really cool. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button. Do it now. It'll be the best thing you do all day. And if you ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. So I'm hoping this put a smile on your face if you're not sleeping already. You might have fell asleep at the end of this song. If you didn't, hopefully you got a big smile on your face, and peace out, baby.